Hello everyone, I am Anshika Agrawal working as an intern in Lexis & Company. Today I will discuss about United Nations, that is UNO. So let's start. What is the purpose of UNO? According to Article 1 of the Charter, the purposes of the UNO are: number 1, to maintain international peace and security. Article 1, Clause 1 of Charter provides that one of the purposes of the UN is to maintain international peace and security, and to that end to take effective and collective measures for the prevention and removal of threats to the peace and for the suppression of acts of aggression or other breaches of peace, and to bring out by peaceful means and in conformity with the disputes which may lead to a breach of peace. This purpose is so important that it led Professor Kelsen to remark the purpose of the UNO is world peace. Second is to develop friendly relations among nations. The second purpose of the UNO is to develop friendly relations among the nations in respect of the principles of equal rights and self-determination of peoples, and to take other appropriate measures to strengthen universal peace. The principle of self-determination has become a binding principle of international law in the context of colonialism. This is due to the resolution of General Assembly, especially in the direction on the granting of independence to colonial countries and peoples. Resolution 1514, 14 December 1960. It is pointed out by an author within the context of colonialism. Self-determination has become a preemptory norm of international law, whereby a state's title to a territory having colonial status is void. However, it cannot be applied to established states in the territorial disputes. This is clearly prohibited by the General Assembly resolution of 14 December. Third function is international cooperation in solving international problems of social, culture, and humanitarian character. The third purpose of UN is to achieve international cooperation in solving international problems of economic, social, humanitarian character, cultural, and promoting and encouraging respect for human rights and fundamental freedoms for all without distinction as to race, language, sex, or religion. Fourth one is to make the UN a center for the attainment of above common ends. The fourth and the last purpose of the UN is to make it a center for harmonizing the actions of the nations in the attainment of above mentioned ends. So, what are the principles of United Nations? Article 2 of the UN explains the principles of the UN and provided that the organization and its members, in pursuit of the purpose described in Article 1, shall act in accordance with the following principles. Number 1 is the principle of sovereign equality of all members. The first principle of the UN is that in the eye of law, all members of the organization are equal, but this admits certain exceptions. For example, the permanent members of the Security Council possess more powers than other members. For decision on all important matters in the Security Council, the affirmative votes of all the permanent members are essential. Similarly, no amendment of the Charter can take place unless and until it is accepted or ratified by 5 permanent members. Second one is members to fulfill in good faith and obligations assumed by them. The second principle of the UN is that all members, in order to ensure to all of them the rights and benefits resulting from the membership, shall fulfill in good faith the obligation assumed by them in accordance with the present charter. Third one is peaceful settlement of international disputes. The third principle of the UN is that all the members shall settle their international disputes by peaceful means in such a manner that international peace and security and justice are not endangered. Fourth one is principles of non-intervention. The fourth principle of UN is that all members shall refrain in their international relations from the threat or use of force against the territorial integrity or political independence of any state or any other manner inconsistent with the purposes of the UN. Next is the members to assist the UN in common action. The fifth principle of UN is that all members shall give the UN every assistance in common action it takes in accordance with the present charter, and shall refrain from giving assistance to any state against which the UN is taking preventive or enforcement action. Next is non-members also act in accordance with the principles of the UN for the maintenance of international peace and security. The organization shall ensure that states which are not the members of UN act in accordance with these principles so far as may necessary for the maintenance of international peace and security. Last one is non-intervention in domestic matters of member states. The last principle of the UN is to prohibit the UN to intervene in the domestic affairs of a member state. It provides that nothing contained in the present charter shall authorize the UN to intervene in the matters which are essentially within the domestic jurisdiction of any state, or shall require the members to submit such matters of settlement under the present charter. This principle will, however, not apply if the UN takes any enforcement measures under Chapter 7 of the Charter. This principle is a limitation upon the powers of the UN, but the term domestic jurisdiction is very vague. Its meaning changes with the change of time and circumstances. So this was all about UN. Bye bye. Stay safe.